Hello and welcome back to Get Your Shit Together. This is Belen Salomon. I am your host. Thank you for being here. And this is going to be episode 11. And I just, can't believe that it is already another week. It's currently Saturday. I'm a couple days behind on recording, and I have to record 2 podcasts today because I have a very busy week next week. I head to LA on Wednesday until Sunday, so I got to get in next week's episode also so that it's ready to go the following Monday, which will be the 9th. I'm heading to LA on Wednesday for work and also for Mother's Day so I can spend it with my family. I'm very excited. I'm going to be in LA for a couple days and in Orange County, so cannot wait. And I just, like I said, I have quite a bit of work I need to do this weekend so that I can leave feeling ahead because I have a lot of work to do while I'm in LA. So, yeah. Episode 11. This episode is going to be all about how to organize your closet. I get this question asked a lot. I don't show my closet too much, but the couple times I always get questions of how I keep it organized, how I go about organizing, and any tips and tricks I have. And first and foremost, I was a stylist, as you guys know, for a very long time, and I used to actually organize closets. So this is something I love to do and comes very easy to me. And I know this does not come easy to a lot of people because closets are really overwhelming. And if you're somebody who tends to keep things and not get rid of items, it can feel extremely overwhelming to try to organize. And that's how you end up having a chair that has half your closet on it. So hopefully today's episode will be not only encouraging, but easy to digest, which is, of course, always my goal with all of these episodes. So with that being said, let's get into the episode on how. Hi, Fiona's here. Okay, hopefully she won't cry. Okay, hi baby, how to organize your closet. First and foremost, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to start with a good clean out / purging. Go through your closet, remove items that you are not wearing, that are old, that have holes, that are out of style. Whatever the case is, make a pile for donate, sell, and give away. I always do this. If I'm trying to get rid of, any luxury items, I will resell them on The RealReal, on eBay, Trade-A-See. Those are awesome websites for luxury items. Then I have a donate pile and then one to for friends, family. I mentioned this in the spring cleaning episode. I do this all the time. I do it more than twice a year. I honestly do it kind of monthly because I am an avid shopper and I, get gifted things. So I try to always remove an item when I get a new one because then suddenly I'm drowning in items and I always reach for the same things. I'm like a creature of habit. So the first thing to do when you want to organize your space is to purge. That might be the first thing that you do, and then maybe you're going to get into the other list of things I'm going to mention in this episode. But the first thing is to purge, clean out. Not only is the space going to be so much more inviting, you're going to feel so much better because you're getting rid of all the crap that you're not wearing, not using, and it will go to somebody else who will love the item. So that's the first thing. Second tip is to utilize other closets and space in your home, in your apartment. There's always that extra closet in a guest room. There's the coat closet. And in those spaces, put your winter coats, put maybe your snow gear, put items that you're not wearing seasonally in that closet. If you're someone like me who has a lot of clothes, you can even use those closets for additional spillover items. But I really do use the extra closets for heavier items, or if you're somebody who, maybe goes to a lot of events or a lot of weddings, or your spouse maybe has a lot of suits, put those items in the additional space because you're not wearing them daily. You're not reaching for them daily. So you don't need to have them in your face. You can put them away. And if you have limited space, you can always maybe even get a bin and put them in bins and put them where you do have space, maybe underneath your bed or underneath a dresser. Or you could even do it in a closet, like kind of, like if you think about like Christmas decorations, you buy bins, you put all your ornaments, you put all like the decor. You could do the same thing with any kind of like winter items or excess pieces that you have to keep depending on where you live, or like I said, you have suits, gowns. Stack them and put them in additional closets, additional space, the garage, the attic, wherever you have a little bit of extra storage. Put those items in there so that the closet can really be your everyday items that you reach for and that you wear. And they don't kind of get cluttered or disappear with all the other items, because this definitely happens, especially if you have like your coats mixed in with like your day to day. But we'll get into that. Third tip to get your closet organized is switching out all of your hangers to velvet hangers. I know this is annoying because you probably have a bunch of hangers, but I'm guessing your hangers are all mixed and matched. They're dry cleaner hangers, they're plastic hangers. They look like shit, they feel like shit, and they break. And they actually make less space for you to have your items hanging. You can get velvet hangers literally, honestly, Target, Walmart, probably CVS. I get them on Amazon. You can get like a big box of 50, I want to say for like $39. And you can gradually switch everything over if you don't want to do it all at once. But not only do velvet hangers save space, it aesthetically looks so much nicer in your closet when every hanger is the same and it's all cohesive. I switched out our hangers a long time ago. And when I used to clean out closets back in the day, that was the first thing that I would do. I'm like, we got to switch out all the hangers. You actually get so much more space because all the hangers are the same. So they just line up really nicely versus when you have the dry cleaners or the plastic or the clippy kind, they're a shit show. Anytime I'm at a friend's house and I see that they don't have velvet hangers, like that's my gift to them. Like the next day they get like velvet hanger box and I'm like, switch out your shit. Because it looks terrible and you're wasting space most importantly. So it's an annoying, but it's an investment and it's a good investment to have. Fourth tip is if you can add any kind of storage to your closet space, maybe one of those like plastic containers, you can get them at Target, the Container Store, Target. I already said Target, I meant Amazon, or a dresser underneath the rack. That helps so much with space. And in the drawers, you can have your underwear, you can have your sleepwear, activewear, socks, sweats, and it's kind of hidden in your closet. So like if you've got the doors or you have the mirrors, you open it up and then that little additional dresser is in there. And that will help also not only keep everything organized, but out of sight. So it's not like cluttering everywhere. While we're on the topic of drawers, dividers and drawer organizers are a game changer also. I have them in our underwear drawer. I have them for jewelry, socks. And again, you can get this on Amazon. You can get them on the Container Store. Maybe I'll do a YouTube video on our closet and how I do this. But basically, they're like little dividers and it just keeps everything separate. So if it's for a girl, you have your bras, you have your underwear, you have your socks, and they're all separated. So it's not like all mixed together and it just looks so much nicer in your drawers. It's like such a little detail, but it makes such a difference for when you're going to get dressed and also just keeping everything in order. Makes a huge difference, super cheap. You can find it literally again, Amazon, Container Store, Target. I want to say they were like a couple bucks. And they'll make a humongous impact with organization. Next tip is if you have the space, get a clothing rack. I love a clothing rack. I really need to get one for my office out here, my office in the house. What I like to do with a clothing rack is I like to keep like my newer items on there or like whatever I'm really enjoying and wearing. So let's say you live somewhere and it's raining a lot, you could keep like your windbreaker, your go-to sweater, your favorite like track pants on the rack. So they're kind of like on display, and it's like your favorite pieces on display. Or if you're somebody who is a content creator and you need to constantly be making videos, this is a great way to have everything accessible and ready to go. It's also awesome for traveling. If you want to like, pre-pack all of your looks, you have your clothing rack. And it's also great just to like have your outfits lined up for the week. If you have a really busy schedule and you want to like, pre-plan your outfits, you can literally have a clothing rack and plan like Monday through Friday and have all your looks hung. So if you have the space, I totally suggest it. Maybe you can put it in your office, you can put it in a guest room, but you can put it in your room. And again, Amazon has amazing ones, so does Target, and they're super easy to build. They help with space, and it's a fun way to showcase your clothing. Huge fan of clothing racks. If you also have the space and you can add in shelving, it's amazing, because on your shelves, if you have handbags, you can display your handbags on shelves. And I feel like even if you have a small space, like you can put a shelf maybe like not directly behind the door, but near the door, or maybe even above your dresser, wherever you have a little bit of space to maybe do like 3 shelves. And on those shelves, you can display your shoes, you can display your bags, you can fold sweaters, you can fold pants, jeans, whatever the item you want to put. But if you can add a couple shelves, it makes a humongous difference, because it's just utilizing your space better. Same thing with any kind of hooks. You can hang bags. You can hang your hats if you're somebody who likes to wear a lot of hats. Same thing with coats. Also for shoes, what you can do is buy one of those racks that you can put behind your door. Again, this is if it doesn't matter if you have a massive closet or you have very limited space. All of these little like techniques and tweaks make such a difference. And the Container Store is awesome, and they have so many different options for storage. But you know what I'm talking about, the ones that like you hang on behind the door and like you can hook your shoes on. Those are awesome. And you can also, if you don't want that displayed, you can use it on the door of your closet, so you only see it when you open it up. And also on the shoes topic, definitely go through your shoes, because I think like shoes get like so cluttered so fast, and there's many ways that you can stack them. Like you can do, this is easier if you're watching the YouTube video of this, but you kind of stack them like one goes in, one goes out. So like it creates more space, and you can organize them also with like maybe the shoe box that came in, or stacking them. But it just kind of depends. Like if you're like a sneaker person and you don't want to do that, I totally understand. But the stacking really helps. And again, if you can get some sort of drawer situation to go in your closet, that will be also very, very helpful. And of course, your heavier, bulkier shoes, like your boots, put those in your secondary closet or secondary space, because that's going to alleviate a lot of room in your closet, especially if you're splitting the closet or you just have a tiny space. And a huge thing I love to do in the closets for aesthetic purposes is organizing all of your clothing by color. I know this sounds maybe insane to some people, but I love it. Not only does it look amazing, it's so much easier to get dressed. So if you have everything categorized by color, so you have all your blacks, all your whites, all your neutrals, color, red, pinks. If you're thinking, oh, tonight I want to wear like an orange top with like my white denim, you're going to know exactly where to go in your closet, where like instead you're pulling out everything and you're like, where's that orange sweater? So I'm a huge fan of color coordinating. Thank God I'm in charge of the closet, because Alejandro would have destroyed this within one day. Even though it's very obvious that it's a color coordinator in our closet, he still manages to never put the proper color where it goes. But this is a really fun thing to do in your closet. And while you can color coordinate it, you can of course also coordinate your closet into sections, like divide into sections. So you have all your denim, you have all your dresses, you have all your suits, your sweats, however you want to organize it. So for instance, in our closet, it's divided. I have my side and his side, and I have all the denim, and I have it colorized. So I have like, white denim, light denim, to dark denim, to black denim. And then I have like my trousers and like overalls, leather pants. And then my tops, I have it organized also by colors. And then it goes into like tank tops, blouses, into sweaters. And then for Alejandro's side, it's like his sweaters, all of his sweatpants, which is basically his entire side of the closet because that's all he wears, and then denim and like cargos. So that's a really great way to organize the closet. And even if you have limited space, you can do the exact same thing. Remember, organize it by how often you wear the items. If you have pants that, a leather pants are a perfect example. If you only wear those couple times a year, that shouldn't be in like the main space. If you have a secondary closet, put that in that secondary closet or fold it and put it in a bin. So it's not taking up space for things that you're wearing and enjoying in current time and seasonally. I'm very big on the seasonal closet space, especially if you live somewhere that you do have seasons, because you're just wasting your space. And having those bulkier items out of the way will, again, make room for so much more. So many activities that you can do in your closet. And I want to just touch base again on the decluttering part, because that's going to really help you jumpstart getting organized your closet. With jewelry, I feel like jewelry, you really can get a lot of it, even if you're just like buying, inexpensive items. If you're not wearing it and it's tarnished, get rid of it. Again, you typically wear the same items all the time. Same with belts. Keep like the front runners there. And then everything else that you're not wearing, don't hang on to it just because you want to have more. And I think that's a tendency that a lot of us had. And I used to be that way. I would be like, well, I need that top. What if I wear it then? Or my closet looks so empty. It's irrelevant. That top, sweater, earrings, belt, sneakers, it doesn't matter. If you're not wearing it, get rid of it. And you're going to be able to have that open space and see everything. And also you're most likely going to be like replenishing, especially if you go to school or, you need it for work or you're going on a trip or whatever it may be. You're going to be replacing that empty space. So don't feel like, you're not going to have any kind of clothing. And it feels amazing also to like purge. We talked about that in the spring cleaning episode. But kind of to recap the episode, first thing is cleaning out the closet, purging, utilizing an additional space in your home, whether it's a closet, whether it is in a guest room, or it's storage in an attic or your garage where you can put bins. Switching out your hangers. I promise you, you're going to be so happy that you switched them out to velvet. Add storage where you can, if you can in the closet, underneath your bed, anywhere that you can add another little dresser. That will be super helpful. Adding additional shelves, game changer. Hooks behind the doors, hooks on the walls to hang, accessories, hats, bags. A clothing rack, like I said, major game changer. And dividers. Huge fan of dividers because, as I mentioned, you have so much more space to add all the items that you need and everything looks organized and it's not messy. And with your shoes, utilize them with shelving and display the shoes that you wear a lot that, even that you just like, maybe they're like your pride and joy and it's something that you spend a little bit of money on and you want to, showcase them because you really want to enjoy them. And with your handbags, do the same thing with your handbags. Another thing that you can do with your handbags is put them in your dust bags and make sure that they're protected. If you're somewhere that there's a lot of natural light coming in and dust. So keep them in the dust bags if that is your situation. If you have a closet that doesn't have any windows, you're safer. But if there is a window in your space, it's going to damage the items. So make sure that those are protected. And you're making sure that you're kind of cleaning around it because you don't want to damage your handbags. Same thing goes for shoes, of course. I will list in the description of this episode too, like a couple links to where you can find all of these items, because again, I know it can be a little bit overwhelming, but I promise it's once you do it, you're going to maintain it because it's going to look so great. And it does not matter what size your closet space is. It can be a walk-in massive closet, or it can be a teeny tiny space. There's ways to utilize it and go like that extra mile to make it work for you. So I hope that was super helpful for you guys. I'm always happy to answer any other questions. You can find me on Instagram at Style by Belen. And thank you for listening, of course, and reviewing and subscribing. And I will see you guys next week. Have an amazing week.